What if I told you that every single morning, a lion wakes up and never once questions whether he deserves to be king? He doesn't spend time wondering if the gazelles will respect him today, or if maybe he should apologize for being a predator. He isn't searching for someone to tell him that he has permission to be great. A lion doesn't need that permission, and neither do you. I'm about to share something with you that will fundamentally shift how you see yourself and your potential. This isn't another feel-good pep talk that leaves you pumped for 20 minutes before reality crashes back in. This is about understanding a primal truth that separates those who rule their lives from those who merely survive them. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why you've been living like prey when you were born to be the apex predator of your own existence. The lion metaphor isn't just some motivational cliché thrown around by Instagram coaches. It's a profound mirror that reflects back everything wrong with how modern society has conditioned you to think about yourself. See, when a lion encounters resistance, it doesn't retreat to its cave and journal about feelings of inadequacy. When prey escapes, the lion doesn't question its worth as a hunter. When other lions challenge its territory, it doesn't seek to understand the reason why or want to process the confrontation. It acts like a lion. But you get one rejection and suddenly you're not cut out for success. You face one setback and immediately apologize for taking up space. This is exactly the opposite of how apex predators operate, and it's precisely why you're stuck, instead of actually being better. Here's what most people completely miss about the lion mentality. It's not about being aggressive or ruthless toward others. That's a fundamental misunderstanding that keeps people trapped in the prey mindset. The lion's power comes from an unshakable internal knowing of its place in the natural order. When you truly embody this energy, you don't need to prove anything to anyone, because your presence alone communicates your value. Think about it this way. A lion doesn't wake up and check social media to see how other lions are performing. It doesn't compare its mane to the lion in the next territory or worry about whether its roar is impressive enough. The lion operates from pure instinct and certainty. It hunts when hungry, rests when tired, and protects what matters without seeking validation for these choices. Now, contrast this with your daily reality. How many decisions do you make based on what others might think? How often do you dim your natural intensity because someone might find it intimidating? How frequently do you apologize for success, downplay achievements, or sabotage opportunities because deep down you don't believe you deserve them? Every time you do this, you're choosing the energy of prey over predator. But here's where it gets interesting. The lion doesn't just embody strength when everything is going well. When drought hits the savanna and prey becomes scarce, the lion doesn't give up. It doesn't blame the weather, the ecosystem, or bad luck. It adapts, hunts longer, travels further, and finds a way. The lion's mentality is anti-fragile, meaning it actually becomes stronger under pressure. This is where most people's understanding of resilience falls apart. They think being strong means never struggling or always winning. But the lion faces constant challenges: territory disputes, failed hunts, injuries, competition from younger lions. The difference is the lion never interprets these challenges as evidence that it shouldn't be king. It sees them as part of what being king requires. When you truly integrate this understanding, everything changes. Rejection stops being a reflection of your worth and becomes feedback about fit. Failure stops being proof you should quit and becomes data for your next attempt. Competition stops being threatening and becomes an opportunity to sharpen your skills. Criticism stops piercing your identity and becomes information you can choose to use or ignore. But let me address the elephant in the room. Some of you are thinking this sounds harsh, that there's value in sensitivity and emotional intelligence. You're absolutely right. The lion metaphor isn't about becoming emotionally disconnected or treating people poorly. It's about developing an unshakable core that allows you to be genuinely generous because you're not operating from scarcity or insecurity. A true king protects the weak not because he has to prove his strength, but because his strength is so established that protection becomes a natural expression of power. When you embody lion energy, you can afford to be kind because kindness becomes a choice made from abundance rather than a strategy to avoid conflict. Here's the practical application that will change your life immediately. Start making decisions from certainty instead of fear. When opportunity presents itself, your first question shouldn't be, "Am I qualified?" but, "How do I make this work?" When someone challenges you, don't automatically assume they're right and you need to defend yourself. Consider whether their challenge has merit and respond accordingly. Stop seeking permission for your ambitions. Lions don't ask gazelles if it's okay to hunt. Stop apologizing for your success. Lions don't feel guilty for being apex predators. Stop shrinking to make others comfortable. Lions don't make themselves smaller so other animals feel better about their position in the food chain. I want you to understand something crucial about territory. A lion's territory isn't just physical space, it's energetic space. It's the domain where the lion's will becomes reality. In your life, this translates to setting and maintaining boundaries that protect your energy, time, and mental space. Most people have no territory because they've never established where they stand and what they won't tolerate. Creating your territory means getting crystal clear on your non-negotiables. What behaviors will you not accept from others? What standards will you not compromise? What goals will you not abandon when things get difficult? A lion knows instinctively what belongs in its territory and what doesn't. You need to develop this same clarity. The fascinating thing about embodying lion energy is that it actually makes you more attractive to the right people. Prey animals are drawn to predators not because they want to be eaten, but because they're naturally attracted to certainty and strength. When you stop seeking approval and start operating from genuine confidence, people are magnetically drawn to your energy. But here's the warning that comes with this transformation. When you start embodying lion energy, you will lose some people from your life. Those who were comfortable with your previous prey mentality will resist your evolution. They'll try to pull you back into old patterns through guilt, manipulation, or even direct confrontation. This is the ultimate test of your commitment to becoming the king of your own life. Remember, lions are often solitary or run with small, carefully chosen prides. They don't seek to be liked by every animal in the jungle. They seek to be respected by those who matter and feared by those who would do harm. As you transform, your circle will likely become smaller, but significantly more powerful and supportive. Let's talk about hunting versus scavenging. Most people live as scavengers, waiting for opportunities to fall into their lap, hoping someone will notice their potential and hand them success. Lions are active hunters. They identify what they want, develop a strategy, and pursue it relentlessly until they succeed or decide the target isn't worth the effort. This means taking ownership of your career advancement instead of hoping someone will promote you. It means actively building relationships instead of waiting for people to reach out. It means creating opportunities instead of waiting for them to appear. The lion mentality is fundamentally proactive rather than reactive. Now, here's something that might surprise you about lion energy. True lions know when not to fight. A mature lion won't engage in every territorial dispute or respond to every challenge. It has the confidence to choose its battles strategically. This isn't weakness, it's sophisticated strength. It's the difference between reactive aggression and strategic power. As you develop this mentality, you'll find yourself becoming more selective about where you invest your energy.
You'll stop engaging in arguments with people who can't affect your life. You'll stop trying to convince people who aren't interested in being convinced. You'll stop giving your power away to situations and people that don't deserve it. The transformation into lion energy isn't a one-time decision, it's a daily practice. Every morning you have a choice. Will you wake up as prey, immediately checking your phone for validation, worrying about problems that haven't happened yet, and approaching your day from a position of scarcity? Or will you wake up as a lion, centered in your power, clear about your priorities, and ready to pursue your objectives with unwavering focus? This choice extends to every interaction throughout your day. In meetings, are you the gazelle